run-up to the 2016 elections, the former first son, Jimmy Akena, the president of Uganda People's Congress, guided his troops into a cooperation with NRM, a party his father, Dr. Milton Obote, fought to his last breath. The impact of this cooperation has been an expansion of UPC's strength in Lango, as seen in the many MPs it has garnered. Things could reach ahead with Akena's wife, Betty Amongi, standing against NRM MP and Health Minister Ruth Aceng in Lira City in the next elections.
And make no mistake, I am going to win. The yellow t-shirt you see today is a testament that I am working with everybody irrespective of their political affiliation.
It could also change substantially for President Museveni if Akena's recent mobilization in the region is anything to go by. UPC feels emboldened by two separate victories it gained in the two by-elections conducted in Dokolo to replace the deceased former woman member of parliament Cecily Ogwal and Oyam North constituency.
So I think this election is going to be different from others. I myself do not believe in the invincibility which people seem to talk about of the NRM. I know it is possible to defeat NRM. I have proven it in this particular term. With those two by-elections, we've been able to show that it is possible to defeat them, and we will defeat them.
However, political pundits have mixed feelings about whether the National Unity Platform will keep the surprise support it received in both Buganda and Busoga. In all the previous elections, Busoga has given Museveni a block vote, except in the 2021 chaotic general elections, where 3 of all the 11 districts in the sub-region voted for the NRM candidate and the remaining 8 polled in favor of Kyagulanyi. The National Unity Platform candidate garnered 437,000 votes in Busoga, slightly more than the 400,000 votes Museveni received. The National Unity Platform performance in Buganda sent a serious shockwave after 55 of its 57 MPs were voted for from the central region, a situation that had several NRM cabinet ministers and the vice president defeated. Pundits highlight that the challenges that bedeviled the electorates in the southern part of the country, never mind some of them being cross-cutting, influenced the voting. They hold that little has changed about the situation.
Look at the political parties in opposition. You cannot say for a fact that they are strong as they were. Okay, by this time, by 2020, by 2019, as we headed into 2020, there was already, you would feel that there is a movement building. It's not there now. So the opposition is weaker. So when the opposition is weak, it may not be able to canvass for elections in order to put up a fair show there.
When COVID-19 struck, Uganda was not spared from the devastating effects of the lockdown measures imposed to calm the spread of the disease. Several were driven out of jobs, further worsening the unemployment challenge. The released 2024 Uganda National Housing and Population Census put the number of families under subsistence economy at 33%, accounting for 3.5 million households. This shows a slight improvement from the 39% of the households that the government targeted to uplift from the subsistence economy through the parish development model launched 3 years back. Uganda Bureau of Statistics defines households under subsistence economy as those unable to satisfy their fundamental needs regardless of their engagement in economic needs. Busoga has 38% of the households in a subsistence economy, higher than the national average of 33%, a factor that could affect how people vote.
We will use poverty levels as a tool to run against this government. We also know that the NRM has failed to fulfill most essential pledges that it gave to the people of Uganda.
The fluctuation in sugarcane prices is a hot issue of contention in the Busoga sub-region that has been cited as a reason for the protest vote. By the 2021 elections, the prices had fluctuated to 96,000 shillings a ton from 175,000. There was a slight improvement in 2024, with the price of a ton averaging 130,000 shillings. The government freed a couple of the National Unity Platform supporters through the presidential pardon after they had spent about 4 years in detention. Several disappeared without a trace following a spate of abductions in the aftermath of the general elections. However, political experts say both the ruling party and the opposition may benefit from the disappearances depending on how the matter is advanced to the electorate.
The disappearances were an issue. I am not sure they are quite an issue today because, for example, you can say for the newspapers that have been published since Monday, how many of them have reported on disappearances and kidnaps? Maybe this is no longer an issue.
Land evictions, torture on the lakes, and unfulfilled pledges could also be determinants of the voting pattern in southern Uganda.
The security agencies of government were very harsh. And the way they conducted themselves partially affected the outcome of the elections. We have, for instance, the Marine Unit, which was guarding the water bodies against bad fishing systems. Those ones affected us, but we have since been there and educated the population.
The Western Bloc has, since the first elections held under the NRM regime in 1996, voted for Museveni despite the participation of other competitors from within the region. The list includes Museveni's ardent four-time opponent, Dr. Kizza Besigye, former Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi, former Spy Chief Henry Tumukunde, and the former Chief of Defense Forces, Mugisha Muntu.
I want to ask you to leave that job of protecting the vote to me.
Jackson Onyango, NTV.